I am retarded. And that makes it so special that I can still make 6 figures per year. You would say, like, I'm not only retarded, I'm also super lazy. Like, you have this scale on how lazy someone can be, and I am definitely the highest scale of lazy. I would never do something if I don't benefit from it. And I still managed to get to 6 figures per year. How did I do that? You need to surround yourself by geniuses. Obviously, there's some sort of baseline IQ slash motivation slash like DNA, whatever needed to be able to do something. But most successful people that I know or that I've heard of in like direct like friendships or people that I know from someone else, they usually quit school, they usually don't go university, they usually have no degree, and that says nothing about their future because they are wealthy, way more wealthy than the people from their age, their peers. So why is there such a correlation that most people quit school, most people seem unintelligent, whilst they become more wealthy than the rest that do have a degree and that do follow the right path? First of all, you need to be kind of weird and crazy. That's the first thing, to become wealthy slash like more successful than the average guy. And also surround yourself by geniuses. So at a certain point, oh my god, it's so loud here, I hope you can hear me. At a certain point, I just decided that the whole drinking thing and the whole going out thing and socializing thing, I already didn't enjoy it, but it was kind of necessary to stay with the friends that I was hanging out with and to fit the frame of a guy from my age. And at a certain point, I was watching so many self-improvement videos from people that were in the position that I wanted to be in. At first, I started with getting laid. I had most things that I wanted, like I had a roof on top over my head, I had nice friends, I had like a loving family, but I couldn't get laid with girls, even though I'm 6'8", and I wouldn't say I'm super ugly, so that made it super weird why it didn't work. So I started watching videos on getting girls. It was Hamza in this case, the guy in the bathrobe, and he basically lured me into the business, like online business thing and going to the gym. It started with going to the gym. That helped with my confidence because I was raised very feminine, a very masculine mom that raised me. So she raised me very feminine, and when I figured out like Hamza, Andrew Tate, those online kind of guys, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, masculinity, that's cool as fuck. Take responsibility, grow, get wealthy, whatever. And so I started hanging out, I started spending more time with people that also go to the gym, that also build a business, that also do cooler things in, if you want to compare it to like an average life. And naturally I started dropping, well, first I was a very lonely period with nobody, because I was a nobody. So at first the cooler guys don't want to spend time with you. So you kind of just start doing the thing that you want to do with the old friends that you have. So I started asking my friends that I already had to go to the gym. Luckily a few of them said yes. I went to the gym, but eventually they kind of stop like going up with you in those habits that you learn online, like online business, going to the gym, diet, like eat a shitload of protein. Like I was the only one doing all of that. And making online content, like everyone just looks at you weird. So that's when I started surrounding myself with new people. I went online on forums and like school.com, like those free communities, to find people that think the same way. And I found them. And at the time I didn't think much of it, I just started talking to them. And right now, they all play very important roles in our business. And we make over 7 figures per year with the business. Not me myself, but with the business we do. And it's funny because we all started from basically zero. Moises started from zero. He had barely any experience in online business. Steven had zero experience in business. I had zero experience in business. Well, Josh was the original founder. He did have experience. He hired us in the first place, and now we run the business together. I run the creative side of things. I'm the CCO, co-founder. And you naturally just drop the other people that you were spending time with, and you spend more time with the people that do things that you care about, because you start caring about the gym, you start caring about your sleep, about like making content, about going through pain, watching those kind of videos. You start doing like sales calls and shit, even though it has like zero potential. You still do it because you wanna make it, you know. You wanna do the things that the people online do that you look up to. So yeah, and then the point of this video was that if you do that and all those people do things that you find enjoyable, that you think are fun, so improving yourself basically, then it's natural that you start doing those things more, because they talk to you about the improvement that they made, how good they became in like the gym, in business, they made a sale, whatever, and you naturally want to get better as well. So then, even though your nature is lazy, your nature is pain avoidant, you might be stupid, but your friends just simply raise your IQ by also educating themselves and by pushing you through more pain. And because it's exciting, the whole process is super exciting, you're incentivized to do more of those things yourself. So I hope you could hear me at all in this video, because I'm just walking on the street and this Medellin traffic is loud as fuck. Yeah, so surround yourself by geniuses, and even though you're kind of retarded and lazy, you could definitely make it in a way. It's just finding the thing that you find enjoyable, and you start finding it enjoyable when you become good at it. Because going to the gym is not fun when you're super skinny and you have zero results and you can do the lowest weight humanly possible. It becomes fun when you can do more weight and you can challenge yourself and you can compete, like compare yourself to your friends a little bit. When you start making sales in your online business, when you start getting views on your content for your clients, whatever, that's when it becomes fun. It is never fun from the start. It is always painful from the beginning. But by surrounding yourself with those people that also do cool things, you are kind of, it's so much easier to go through pain if everyone else does it as well. So you kind of force your way to wealth, which is funny, because everyone always says it's so hard to make money online, which is the exact same experience that I have. It was super hard, but it was way, way easier because I never quit. Because, sorry, my camera crashed. It's way easier to keep going if you never quit. And you kind of force yourself to keep going if you have masculine accountability with your friends, or even family if you're doing it with your brother or something. Because yeah, if you quit, you're definitely never going to make it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you could hear anything at all, because it's super loud in here. But I stick to my promise. I'm going to make one video per day for 30 days. And I also fulfilled my promise today. So see you in the next video.